Well, hello everybody. Got a really interesting gun that we're going to be shooting today. I was going to bring you guys along with me. This is the Beretta CX Storm 9mm carbine. This is a very interesting gun. A good friend of mine let me borrow this today for the video. This is definitely not my kind of traditional gun, but there's been such a big upswing in interest in the pistol caliber carbines. He offered this for me to test it and do a video on it, so I thought, heck yeah, let's do it. So very interesting. It's got flip up sights on it. He's got mounted a Sig Romeo red dot on it, and so this is the safety, which to me seems in a very unusual place, but that's where it's at. Flip the gun around here. This is the bolt release. So when the bolt is back, that's what releases the. It's pretty ergonomic to get it with your thumb, and the safety is pretty good on your finger here, but it's just different for me. The charging handle is on opposite side. It's on the left side for a right-handed shooter. Of course, I'm sure that it's ambidextrous, so you can switch it around. So, what an interesting gun, though. I'm surprised how good this gun feels to throw it up. A lot of these guns, the comb is too high for me, but with the red dot, that is about perfect. It feels really comfortable. It's a funny looking thing. I call it the Star Wars gun, but it's really light. Man, it just feels good. I'm kind of excited about it. We're gonna do some shooting at 75 yards. I got the cows here. That's who's standing in my 100-yard shooting range for the next few weeks until they find a new home. But so we're shooting at 75 yards for a 9mm. That is plenty far. Talked to the guy that owns it. He says, you know, it's not a target rifle. Apologize for the wind. It kind of keeps gusting up on me. Hope it's not too bad on the video here. But you know, he says at 75 yards this thing should shoot, you know, 3 to 5 inches. It's not a target rifle. We all know that for sure. So I got 3 different ammo we're going to test on it. Show you what we're doing. So this is the Federal Factory 115 grain FMJ. Shot these quite a bit, had good luck with them. This one is a reload. It's a Sig V Crown. I believe those bolts are made by Sierra. 124 grain hollow point. This is kind of Sierra's premium hollow point pistol bullet. We haven't shot a ton of these, but liked them what we have. And then this guy is something unusual. It's a Freedom Munitions 135 grain plated bullet, round nose flat point. So with today's video, I just thought, well, we'll do 3 different ammo that's a little bit unusual. You know, the FMJ, of course, is just the normal everyday what you shoot in a 9mm, but those others are a little bit unique, so we'll give them a try. Another thing that's interesting about this gun, what the owner of the gun told me, is the magazines are Beretta 92 mags. It came with a 20-round mag, but the regular pistol mags fit it. So, and that's what this guy is. It's an aftermarket. This one's a pro mag. But very interesting that the Beretta 92 is about as common of 9mm handgun as there is. So anyway, I thought that was kind of interesting. So let's go ahead and shoot some groups with it. I'm excited to see what this guy will do at this kind of range. So I found it interesting that I'm shooting, you know, these regular targets. You guys, those Dirty Bird reactive targets, you guys see me shoot them a ton. With zero magnification and a red dot, that red dot just is almost hard to center on that target. So I don't expect to see some real precise shooting. But anyway, we're gonna have some fun with it. All right, so the first thing that we're gonna shoot is the 115 grain Federal FMJ. All right, I don't know if you guys can see that, but the bolt held back the way it's supposed to. Let's walk up and have a look. All right, well, our point of impact's off just a little bit. So I got one here, probably one of these others that's up higher. Not exactly sure. It's another man's gun. I'm not going to adjust the sights, but not a terrible group. I mean, if the other one's up here, one of these just off the paper, then that maybe that's that one right there. Anyway, not exactly sure where the third one went, but there's two of them. We'll go ahead and mark them. Okay, so the next one we're going to shoot is this 124 grain SIG V Crown. If this thing does not get on paper with these next 3 shots, I'll go ahead and adjust that red dot a little bit. I want to see what it's going to do at this range as far as the accuracy on it. So anyway, here we go. We'll give it another shot. Okay, so I can have a look. Well, okay, that was a lot better. So here's 1, 2, 3. That whole group is, let's see, 3-shot group, under 4 inches. A little over 3.5 inches. Point of impact's good. That's a great load for that gun. Of course, you guys can see these ones up here. These are the 2 of the 115 grains. So, you know, that is why we do this stuff. It's fun with the load development. So let's go ahead and mark these 3. And we'll go back and take 3 more shots. So the next bullet we're going to try is this 135 grain round nose flat point. It's a plated bullet. It's from Freedom Munitions. You guys can see that. We've had pretty good luck with these. They're not super accurate. And we talked about this in the Browning high power video. Hopefully you guys seen that. For me, the plated bullets, I just haven't had great accuracy out of them. You know, my CZ75 is probably this most forgiving 9mm handgun I have, and it shoots these plated bullets okay, not great. So I'm really curious on this carbine how it shoots them. You know, and as you're going to talk about this a little bit more, I try to be a positive guy. The glass is half full for me. I got to say, on the trigger, if we're talking just strictly trigger on this little carbine, the glass is definitely half empty. I'm used to good triggers. You know, those single action, double action auto handguns have good triggers. Of course, revolvers have good triggers, and of course our precision rifles have good triggers. This one doesn't. This is not a precision shooting instrument. We're gonna do some offhand shooting with it here in a second, but yeah, this trigger is a little hard for me to shoot accurately, is what I'm gonna say. But anyway, I'm off my soapbox whining about how bad the trigger is, but it's a fun little gun. I'm warming up to this guy a little bit. So we're gonna shoot 3 more shots and see how those plated bullets behave. Okay, I sure whined about that trigger for just a minute, but I'll tell you what, that thing will cycle anything. So we've shot 3 pretty different loads, and it cycles good. The guy that owns the gun says that thing will feed and function with just about anything. So there's the good points. Let's go have a look at this last group, see how it looks. Well, not too surprised about how this behaved. So here's 1, 2, and I am not sure where the third one went. Yeah, I'm not sure where it went. So it didn't like the plated bullets as well as it did the SIG V crowns. All right, well, I think we learned some stuff on this carbine, shooting at the distance. It definitely has some preference to the more premium bullets. It'll feed anything. I loaded up a mag here, just some of those FMJs. We're gonna do some offhand shooting with it. You know, I have not shot a lot with red dots. I think they're kind of neat for the right application. You know, of course, we all think the zombies are gonna come and get us, and if the zombies were coming for close range, this little carbine would be hard to beat. And I think that's what the purpose of the gun is in mind, is for close range, offhand shooting. I've got the gong set up at 75, got another one set up at 50. So we're just gonna empty the mag and have some fun shooting at steel. See how it goes. All right, we'll see if we can hit anything offhand with this guy. Well, I'll tell you what, a guy could have a ton of fun with that. Had a few hits, didn't hit everything. The gun's a little short for me, but I think that's a little bit of the whole gig of it is, you know, they wanted this short, compact carbine for a bigger guy like me. This is a little short, but you know what? It was fun. I appreciate Vaughn helping me with some of these. I'm pretty fortunate to have good friends because Vaughn has a lot of guns that are different than mine, and so we've kind of made a deal that we're going to he's going to allow me to do some more shooting videos on it. So I want to tell Vaughn, thank you. You know, everybody that knows him, he's a super great guy, will help anybody with anything. So anyway, I want to thank him. Thank everybody for watching. Please hit the subscribe button. If you're thinking about buying one of these, I'd say go for it. Have a good night.